A week after a school teacher, his pregnant wife and 6-year-old son were hacked to death in their home in Bengal's Murshidabad, the police have made the first arrest. They virtually ruled out any political connection. The murders were the result of a financial dispute, the family say. The triple murder had sparked a political war, with the BJP alleging that the murdered man was an RSS member, though this was proven to be incorrect. The man arrested for the murders is a Congress worker, Utpal Behara, who bought an insurance policy from Bandhu Prakash Pal and killed him when he didn't get a receipt, and Pal refused to return the money.
Police has now arrested, made the first arrest in the case, and that is this man in his mid-20s. He's somebody called Utpal Behara. He appears to be a construction labor. A Raj Mistri is what we are being told. Now, he apparently lived in the same village, Shahapur in Sagardighi, which is not very far from Kolkata, and that is the same village which is native to the Pal family that got killed, and also that's where Mr. Bandhu Prakash Pal, he taught at a primary school. Now, as the police has been saying, Mr. Bandhu Prakash Pal, the victim, the male victim, he had other side businesses, and one of them was insurance. And apparently, Utpal Behara had bought some kind of insurance from him. Utpal Behara owed Mr. Pal some 24,000 rupees, and that is what led to a huge amount of friction. Apparently, there were angry exchanges between Mr. Pal and Mr. Behara a few days before the murder. And so Mr. Behara apparently quite cold-bloodedly sort of wrecked Mr. Pal's home at Jiaganj, Murshidabad, which is 200 kilometers away, and then came by on the day of Dashami with a knife. The murder weapon has also been found, and he walked into the house. He obviously was known to the family, and the family let him in, and he apparently killed Mr. Pal first, then Mrs. Pal, and then finally the 6-year-old boy. And then he just walked off and got into a train, and that's where the police apparently had its breakthroughs. CCTV footage revealed the identity of Utpal Behara, and finally he was arrested, he was detained, questioned, and apparently last evening he finally broke down. Mr. Behara's parents have reportedly already said this is not true, but the arrest has been made. The police convinced that eventually it is a financial fight between Mr. Pal and Mr. Behara that led to this horrific murder. Clearly, Mr. Behara had been nursing a grudge, and there are reports, police say, that Mr. Pal had been very harsh with him because he was not getting the money owed to him.